Well, after 2 weeks of Texas Longhorn football, we're still not sure what kind of team this is. I put a lot of stock in that BYU game before last week to really see if that would give us some inclination of what this team can do. And it did, to an extent. Let us know that we did have the wrong quarterback back there. But we still haven't decided which one is going to be. Going into this UCLA game, Texas is going to switch out both between David Ash and Case McCoy, which, as of right now, looks like the good call. Of course, you don't want to do a whole season like that, but with the way this team is kind of makeshifting an offense, may have to be the best way to go about it. Now it's UCLA in the Rose Bowl. As we know, last year, this was kind of the game that really exposed Texas for what they were last year. A bad team came into Austin and whipped up on Texas. And once again, this year, UCLA is not very good. They played Houston pretty tough, lost 38-34. Last week, they had a lackluster game against San Jose State. Didn't really get to watch that, but they did win that game. And I don't want to put a lot of stock in the San Jose State game because, well, it could be a look ahead. So, but as of right now, UCLA has not really been that impressive. And what I think gives Texas a chance to win this ball game is this year, last year we tried to make this commitment to the running game, but nothing really got going. These past two games against Rice and BYU, Texas has shown they can be a balanced team and be very effective on the ground. And the way Houston beat them, Bryce Bell, what's his name? Bryce Bell, that was his name, yeah. Bryce Bell ran all over UCLA. Last week in San Jose State, they gave up some big yards on the ground. Texas, I think, to win this ball game, I think will be able to control the clock and run up and down. Which once again, it's hard to get used to saying that because for a long time we've just been a spread team, and even the team in 2009, even 2008, the 2009 team that went to the national championship, that team couldn't run the football. It was all Colt McCoy. This year, I really am looking forward to seeing tomorrow Malcolm Brown and Cody Johnson and even Fozzie out there to kind of get after that UCLA defense. On offense, our defense, and once again, last year I really overestimated Texas in this game. Before this game last year, I still thought this team was at least an 8-9 win team. So with UCLA coming in last year, I really thought that Texas was going to wipe the floor with them. This year, I know that's not the case. I'm still not impressed with UCLA. And once again, with this game coming up, whether Texas wins or loses, this is not really to put it this way. Texas wins this game, we're really still not going to know what kind of team this is. If we lose this game, we will know what type of team this is. Now, after that BYU game, the way we won that, I've pretty much decided that Texas fans, we're not going to really know how good this ball club is until we get to Oklahoma and how we can compete against them. Because up until that point, we've got UCLA this week and Iowa State next week. If we lose these games, we'll know what we are. But if we win both those ball games, we're still not going to know where we are. But this week, I am fairly confident. I'm not as worried about this game as I was with BYU. I thought that BYU was a better football team than UCLA. Not saying we can't lose this game because, heck, after last year, I'm open to anything. But I do think the Texas Longhorns will come through and win this ball game. Control both teams that UCLA has played they've given up huge rushing yards. I think Texas will be able to have a better rushing attack than both those teams. Maybe not Houston. Though Houston has a better quarterback, definitely, with Keenum, who's been there for 17 years. And they were able to throw on them as well. But what I want to see from this team is we know we're going to run the football. I want to see which one, David Ash or Case McCoy, can really show up as a passer. Case really broke out last game at the end of it, and I think that's when we're going to earn him the start. With Ash, he seemed like they would throw him in there on a passing play, and a lot of the times, he never really got the ball off. He held the ball a lot longer than he should have. He is a true freshman trying to get in the routine of things. But I would like to see what both those guys can do through the air. Case completed some passes to Jackson last game. None of them really great passes. Really, a lot. Jackson Shipley really just made plays. But if Case is the guy, Case is the guy. So once again, really excited to see this game, not because I think the Longhorns are great, but it's something that you really want to look forward and see what kind of team it is. It's more of an experiment once again, because like I said, this is not a season that Texas is going to be anything special, but we're building for the future, and I think this is another step in that direction. So I think Texas wins this ball game. So see you guys later. Hook 'em horns. Texas fight.